Brian here from quantlabs.net. Just wanted to give you a little rundown that's again changing the way things are done around here. Just to give anybody who's new with me or even follows me religiously, I've always been always looking for the best possible ways to develop high frequency trading platforms, strategies for trading, all those fun things. Right now, I'm pretty well looking at C++ as well as R as for the analytics and strategies. I'm also looking at some open source trading platforms. Pretty well the only one I'm looking at is Trading Shim. I've done some postings on the blog on that. But today I just wanted to show you a very recent discovery about Oracle. What's been happening with Oracle, or I don't know how long this has been in play, but I've done some heavy research on Oracle and what they have in terms of their offerings, in terms of just straight up development, as well as a really powerful in-memory database that looks pretty well, a solid back-end database for tick management. Right now, I was pretty well set on Redis as an open source NoSQL database, and that's still my top contender for that type of technology. But the thing is, with the Oracle path, using something called TimesTen, I'm really impressed with what I see. Not only that, but there's a lot of institutions using it. A lot of institutions like stock exchanges, like the Philadelphia Stock Exchange, the Deutsche Börse, some other big players. I've done quite a number of postings on that at the blog, so you can always research that. You can always find the same information over here at the product page for the Oracle TimesTen in-memory database. Now, the thing is, if you're really interested in this type of technology, if you come under here, under the case management, their documentation, let me just find it. Yeah, you have the white papers, and here you have the TimesTen for the financial industry. You'll see how this product is used for real-time analysis, and that's something I'm always struggling with. Is Redis capable of doing it? One thing I can say about Redis, it's a fairly primitive type of platform. I've done a demo last week about you need to develop some way of shutting down clusters and workers and that sort of thing, but this path might be a little better. The other challenge I came across with Redis is that the support for the C++ client is not up to this is not up there. If you were to develop something from Java, there's some good clients or frameworks to work with from the world of Java, which is really good. But nonetheless, the C side looks a lot better using this TimesTen database. There's so much documentation available for this database solution. Obviously you can do it in .NET, you can do it in Linux, you can do it with GCC for the Linux side, and there's different various platforms that can be supported. Obviously the HP, Windows, AIX, Solaris, so on and so forth. But I've done enough documentation on that. But the cool thing I like about this product is that it can do your analytics in real time. So if you're using something like a C++ platform, and you're feeding in your data from the markets, you can obviously store it in this product. And not only that, but as an additional option, you can have a traditional Oracle, let's say 11G database as the underlying technology, but then at the same time you can use this TimesTen to sit on top of it to be able to do your real-time analytics. And it's still you can still cluster it, still has failover, you can still persist through various log files that this database does manage. Oracle does have another product called the Berkeley DB, this guy right here. This is what appears to be an older technology. I've seen a lot of other platforms use Berkeley, but this is a lot more modern, a way of doing things from the TimesTen. One of the things I find very confusing, obviously, from the world of Oracle, as I'm really new to this is that Oracle's got so many different solutions you don't know which one to go with. But from what I've seen, again, TimesTen is the way to go to build a real-world high-performance trading system, namely an HFT. The metrics that Oracle is promising is in the neighborhood of 2 milliseconds for a SQL read, as well as an update would take about 10 milliseconds. It's blitzkrieg fast, and it's quite good. Now you might be asking yourself, well, it's Oracle. Is it going to cost anything? From what I have seen thus far, I can't say yes or no on this, but I've not yet seen any mention of any pricing in terms of using this product TimesTen as a standalone database, which can be done, and you can also embed it into your application, obviously being your target C++ HFT platform. I'll be getting into this type of thing as I rule out quite possibly this same path in terms of an HFT platform. As I said, the trading shim might not be the most intelligent way to go about building something, just due to the fact of just all the logistics of debugging it and, you know, going through all that, and it's an abandoned project, and who's got time for that? It might be better just to build from scratch. So let me walk you through everything that I've discovered so far. So you have the Oracle in-memory database TimesTen, and you can also obviously work with a PSQL for querying and all that sort of thing. That's still part of the product, and as I said, I'm hoping it is free. That's a big hope. But the cool thing, even if you're not really interested in this product, there's some really other cool things I think Oracle has done. As you know, Oracle has taken over Sun Technologies for the Java, for a lot of the stuff, development tools that Oracle has developed. Or sorry, Sun has traditionally developed, namely like Linux. But the funny thing is that Oracle's gone full on to be more of a complete end-to-end type of company that provides so much development tools and database technology out there and infrastructure that it's really powerful what they've developed. So let me walk you through this product called the Developer Day. It's a virtual machine for the Oracle VirtualBox, which is the Sun VirtualBox. These are the products that are included, and this gets you up and running really fast. I'm going to show you this in a minute, but it's built off of what they call Oracle Linux 5, which is really a variant, it looks like, of Red Hat, which again is no different than the open source free version of CentOS. So you can use CentOS, which should be somewhat familiar with the Linux from Oracle. Just the only advantage is that you get all these packages built into this virtual machine appliance, which you can just download, install it, and you're up and running with the Oracle full suite of these products. Obviously includes a TimesTen memory database, includes probably a developer express edition of the Oracle database, 11G version. So obviously you have that TimesTen in-memory database I just talked about. Some other options, you can play with the XML DB if you want to do some heavy-duty Oracle SQL developer. That's included. The data modeler, the Oracle Application Express JDeveloper for your optional Java development. And then also you can also throw on your NetBeans as well, which I've played, which I really like. It just it goes on and on and on. But this is how you do it. Make sure you have your Oracle VirtualBox installed. This guy right here. Now remember, all of this is free, what I'm about to show you, so you don't need to pay a dime to Oracle at this point. I have no affiliation with Oracle. I'm just quite impressed with what I've seen thus far as compared to the world of Microsoft and .NET. The nice thing about this is on Linux, and you can take what you develop and easily put it onto a stripped down version of a server version of Oracle, of Linux, or in my case, which I'm really interested in, is Open Solaris. Solaris is much more generous when it comes to limitations on a traditional Linux. but that's something I'm probably going to look at for deployment down the line when it comes to production. And obviously that's what the banks use, the hedge funds use. So just from a career point of view, if you can follow this path of Oracle, the database, all this, it's a really good option if you are looking at this as a career move as well. Because I mean, name me any corporation that would hesitate to use Oracle. It's a name brand that people trust, and especially when it comes to enterprise level type of development and infrastructure. So as I was saying about this product, in order to install, there's a VM or the appliance virtual machine using the Oracle. You download this guy. It's about 4.4 gigs, so it's pretty big. You import it into the VirtualBox, and that's it. So once you've done that, I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, this is the virtual machine that you download. Let me just walk you through it. I haven't played with enough with this yet, but what I've seen, it's a fantastic way to develop and install a Linux type of environment for whatever you want to do in Linux. This is out of the box, just one download. Don't need to configure stuff. It's really powerful. And again, this is built off of the Red Hat, so that's used again in enterprise. So let me show you what you get with this as a download. The one thing I really like about this virtual machine appliance is you get your GCC, which is your standard, obviously your standard C compiler or C++ compiler. So that's included out of the box. You get your Java 1.6. It's not Java 7, which is good because just due to the outstanding issues that there are with the Java 7. So 1.6 is fine. You get the compiler for Java as well. There's a Python as well. And that's all included. So as you can imagine, it's quite good. Let me just, I can never get out of, I don't know the Python. It's going to be on a to-do list to learn Python, but I'll be working with some R scripts that work in conjunction with Python down the line. But as I said, this is a very, very powerful virtual machine that you could just download. Everything's there ready to go. Now, not only are you working with the development tools that I just shown you, if you come under here, start here under this Firefox HTML page, this is already also included out of box. Now, obviously, this is my primary interest is the TimesTen in-memory database. So if I look at this, now remember, you can use your in-memory database cache, which is built on top of the Oracle 11G as is, but you can also create your own standalone versions with it, which can be developed into your C++ trading platform. So the other nice thing is you can use traditional PSQL on top of that later. That is very powerful. So again, as a career path to learn PSQL, it's really powerful to learn that. And that's not where it stops. It just keeps getting better and better. They include tutorials in this virtual machine on how to set up, how to use the TimesTen database. Now remember, this is in memory. This is what a lot of the banks, stock exchanges are using. This is enterprise ready to go. If you have very little knowledge in it, you go through these tutorials and off you go. This one says it's about 50 minutes to do. Whereas, yeah, it takes about 50 minutes. And there's a bunch of other tutorials that you can go with. Now, if you're really new, I've played enough with Linux. Obviously, a lot of people don't like the command line, others do. But if you want to go through a GUI, you can set up your starter from the GUI. As you can see here, you can start your TimesTen startup, shutdown, the enterprise. You can start up. Same with the OpenExpress. You can easily load your JDeveloper, which is another IDE like a NetBeans for Java development. It also includes your SQL developer so that you can do all your PSQL against a real database that you want to set up in your Oracle 11G. Okay, now remember there's two parts to this that I'm talking about. You got your Oracle 11G, which is your standard database, your relational database that you can build. As an option, you can use the TimesTen, this guy right here, for your memory layer as a standalone product, which can be embedded right into your application, C++, as well as you can build a in-memory layer on top of your Oracle 11G relationship database. I'm not going to go into that. There's loads to read about that off on my website on the blog, as well as obviously just go to Oracle. All the info is really powerful. So again, these are all the things that you can run through the GUI if you do struggle in the world of Linux. It's quite powerful. Let me just show you some of the other things for the Oracle itself, the Oracle Relationship Database Manager, and some of the tools that come with that. You get your SQL developer, your data modeler, and these two things if you want to go crazy on a database side, XMLDB, data miner. Again, read those on the Oracle site. So, out of box, these options are available. So you get your SQL developer and your SQL developer data modeler and the JDevelopers. Let me just show you the JDeveloper first. Again, this is kind of like a NetBeans. It's a different type of way to develop anything in Java. So if you have an open, just basically, but it's specifically designed to work with Java development for Oracle databases. So I'm not going to get into that. I've played a little bit with Oracle the database. Obviously, this is a really good way of building your data model or your schema. No different than how you can do it in MySQL with the workbench. This is obviously Oracle versus MySQL's really no debate on it. I mean, outside of the price, one's free, one's not. But if you want to learn about how the enterprise does it, this is one of the big options they use outside of IBM and what Microsoft and all the other vendors provide. But this is probably one of the most popular ways of doing things in the world of trading. I know a lot of banks that use Oracle. I can name them off, but I'm sure you know who they are. So this is all included. I haven't played with this myself. There's a SQL developer, and this is where you're going to start playing with your PSQL, do all your cool queries and SQL and whatnot. So that's all included out of box with this appliance. Very, very cool. Now again, you've got your GCC in there out of box, you got your Python and your Java all ready to go. Now you're going to ask yourself, well, what about R? You can easily install R on this, doing a yum install. You can easily install RStudio on this as well. Now, this is where it gets really cool. If you do a search on something like Oracle R Enterprise, this is where you can go crazy on the R side of things, using that same set of data with Oracle database. So this is another option that I'm going to kind of look at using Oracle. In a nutshell, where I'll go with that, if you come under big data, because obviously tick data is huge. I've done demos after demos after demos where you can download just for one stock symbol or 5 million, 7 million data points. You definitely need something very solid to be able to handle that load, be able to cluster it, be able to do all kinds of stuff. Guess what? The world of Oracle allows you to do that. So let me just show you what's available in this big data. This is going to get really hairy. Yeah, you have Hadoop built in as part of this as an option. You also can use your R for the analytics as well. And again, Oracle promises that a lot of the packages can work with the Oracle R Enterprise. It's just another option as opposed to the R, the revolutionary analytics. But obviously, I'd go with the Oracle. Now, again, when it comes to cost. So far from what I've read, let me just go into this Oracle here. All these tools are free, the SQL Developer Data. Now again, I'm not an expert in the world of Oracle. These three tools are definitely free, you can download them. The question in terms of cost of where things probably come into play is when you start needing to use Oracle, the database itself, and that gets very, very expensive. The reason I'm looking at this is me being not the cheap ass, but I like to be a cheap ass. I sometimes even take pride. But the thing is that really interests me is just the TimesTen itself. And I've talked about that enough. But you know, it's always nice to have the other options if you can afford it down the line, to be able to afford something like the Oracle 11G database or whatever version they're up to when you watch this video. And the other thing I really like about this virtual machine, if I want to set up my own Linux virtual machine, let it be Ubuntu or CentOS, I have to download everything, do whatever, to download that tool package, install it, configure it. But the nice thing is this is all out of box with this one download using the VirtualBox, and again it's free. So it's good for development, rolling it into a production environment, something different. As I said, there's the Linux, and then there's also the Solaris as an option. Open Solaris is something I'm very interested as well. If you really want to go full throttle on a full-on trading platform. The nice thing about doing this is that with C++, it's pretty well portable. I don't see myself ever well, I shouldn't say that. Windows is an important operating system to me, but if I know that there's Linux options available for me to do that, I'll go the Linux option just because it's more lightweight, obviously more secure, It's not a Windows versus a Linux battle here. It's just what's better for that usage. This little guy right here, this virtual machine is quite good. Again, doesn't cost a penny, and that's it. I hope I've shown you some very powerful things from the world of Oracle, and the TimesTen especially, and I'm hoping you got some good uses out of this. I have, and I'll talk to you guys at some point. And again, this is something I might be pretty well playing with a lot with our strategies and development that I'm currently undergoing for my complete full set of our strategies, and more to come. I'll talk to you later.